Friendship, rare and precious like diamonds. Have you ever felt, among hundreds of acquaintances, but there is not one true friend? A man once said, friendship is like diamonds, rare, expensive, and many are fake. And it is true. When you are constantly betrayed, when promises are just wind, faith in true friendship gradually fades. But hey, don't let fake diamonds stop you from looking for the real thing. True friendship is not noisy. It is present in the smallest moments. When you are weak, they stay. When the whole world turns its back, they still stand by you. Friendship is not about how many people are around you. It is about who is willing to walk with you when everyone else has left. Keep the faith, because diamonds are rare but they still exist. True friendship, hard to find but worth the wait. Someone once said, friends are something to be treasured, but few truly deserve. Sounds bitter, but it reflects the feelings of many people. You once shared your heart, only to receive silence or betrayal. You once thought they were the ones who will never leave you, but they still left when you needed them most. And so you say to yourself, maybe no one is sincere. But wait, true friendship is not easy to find, because it does not come from convenience, but from patience, loyalty, and understanding. It is when you do not have to act, when silence still feels safe, and when you are weak they do not see you as a burden. True friendship is a gift, not easy to come by but always worth it. And if you haven't found it yet, trust me, it's still finding its way to you. I don't like being alone, but I'm more afraid of being disappointed. Haruki Murakami, Norwegian Wood. The girl asked, do you like being alone? The boy replied, I don't like being alone, but I don't like being disappointed by people. So I don't try to create new relationships. The answer sounds sad, but it's very true for many of us. You don't hate people, it's just that you've been hurt too many times. Too many expectations, and then too many broken ones. And so, you choose to be alone. Not because you love being alone, but because you're afraid of the feeling of putting your trust in and then losing it. But you know what? Not everyone will disappoint you. And not every connection will be broken. There are people, quiet, kind, still waiting to enter your world, if you give them a chance. Solitude may be safe, but connection, however fragile, is what makes our hearts come alive. There was an apple tree that believed in true friendship. When he was a child, the boy played with the tree every day, climbed, picked apples, lay in the shade, and imagined he was a king. The tree was happy, and believed that was true friendship. But then, the boy grew up. He didn't come anymore. Busy, carried away by new things. The tree waited. Even though it was lonely, it still waited. When he returned, he didn't bring a hug, a greeting, only his needs. Needed money? He picked all the apples. Needed a house? He cut off branches. Wanted to escape life? He cut down the whole tree to make a boat. Every time he returned, he took away. Not a word of thanks. Not a single turn back. The tree became an old stump, bare, silent, and the most painful thing, no longer believing in friendship. Then one day, another boy came, sat next to him and whispered, I don't need anything. I just want to be your friend. But the tree couldn't answer, not because it didn't want to, but because it no longer had enough faith to hope. Friendship, if it is only one-sided giving, sooner or later, it will wither like that tree. Be the friend you want in your life. Inside every cynic is a wounded idealist. George Carlin. Someone tells you, you're too pessimistic. You live without trust. You're cold-closed. But they don't know. There was once a person who believed deeply. A person who believed in goodness. You thought, friendship is eternal. Love is enough. And people, everyone has a good side. But then, your trust is betrayed. Kindness is despised. The things you believed in become the things that hurt you. And you gradually change. Not because you want to, but because you need to protect yourself. Cynics are not born to doubt. They once dreamed. They once loved. They once hoped. And because of pain, they learn to hide the light that once shone brightly in their hearts. The hardest thing is getting over people who only bring pain. Damon Salvatore. But the truth is, the harder thing is getting over those friends. You know they're not good for you. They hurt you, make you doubt yourself. You try to move on. Try to be strong. Try to push them out of your life. But memories are not so easy to erase, because there was a time when they were everything. They made you laugh. They were the one you trusted, the one you wanted to be with forever. And that's what makes it so hard to let go. We don't just hurt from being hurt. We also hurt from having to let go of the things that made us happy. But one day, you'll learn to hold on to the good memories and let go of the people who are no longer worthy of your heart. That's not weakness. That's maturity. If you see someone without friends, don't be so quick to judge. You might think, they're too cold. They don't know how to connect. They don't want to open up. But sometimes, their silence isn't indifference. It's the scar of a heart that has given too much. Maybe, they were like the apple tree in the old story. Generous, sincere, always ready to sacrifice for others. No, there was nothing left to give. All that was left was a bare stump, and a heart that no longer believed in true friendship. So, if you meet someone who chooses to be alone, don't force them to open up. Don't tell them to change. Stay long enough. Be quiet, patient, and sincere. Who knows? You might be the reason they trust you again.